questions for Trey.
I guess with St. John's, like, how do you navigate getting good shots against a team that's constantly switching the defenses, putting pressure in your face, and sometimes do it in possession, switch those two ways?
Yeah, I think it has just a lot to do with our game plan going into the game. We've already watched a little bit of film on him. I've watched a lot of film on him. Obviously, Rick Pitino's a really good coach. He's obviously a Hall of Famer. But I think that the game plan Mac's going to set up for us on the offense is going to be really good. I think that with them always changing up their defensive and schemes like that, it keeps us on our toes. But I also feel like our offense is very reversible. Like, we can do a lot of different things with our offense to where if you do go 2-3, we can switch it up just in the flow of the offense, and just we do a really good job of adjusting to different schemes that different teams throw at us. So I think we'll be fine.
Trey, we didn't get to talk to you after the Providence game. What type of group are you in right now over the last 4 or 5 games or whatever it is?
Yeah, I mean, Big East play, so got to be at your best. Obviously, want to have a chance to win us a regular season title and give us a good chance going into March and just being able to play our best brand of basketball. So. Right now, I'm locked in, just trying to play my game and letting the game come to me, and just play the way that I've always played, and just obviously now I'm making shots and things of that sort, so that's good.
Trey, I think Steven said it's always fun watching greatness when referring to that final run of yours.
Yeah.
During the final stretch against Providence, do you agree with that at all? Did you hear that quote? What do you make of it?
I appreciate that. Obviously, it was just kind of one of those things where you just kind of get into a groove and you kind of work through it. So I think that obviously my teammates were finding me, but also I feel like it was just one of those things like you knew that it was towards the end of the game, and I knew that I was just kind of getting into a groove and I wanted to take over the game towards the end. So that's just kind of what I did, and I was able to help my team get a dub. So that was the biggest thing. And obviously Devin Carter had a great game, so me and him going back and forth was pretty good to see. It was fun.
Have you done anything differently to get to your spots deeper in the paint?
Yeah, I think it just comes with just playing at my own pace. I think that a couple of games this season when I wasn't playing at my best, I was kind of letting the game speed me up and kind of hurrying things a little bit. So I think that as I was watching film, I was just trying to make sure that I was just taking my time and being able to get to those spots. You as a basketball player, you know what spots you can get to and what spots aren't there at that point in time. So really just a feel for the game and just knowing when to pick my spots has been the biggest thing.
Soriano's the one guy on that roster you played against.
Yeah.
What challenges does he present, and what's going to be the key to keeping him in check as a team?
He's a great offensive rebounder. I think he averages like almost 4 offensive rebounds a game, which is big, and I think that's kind of been something that we've kind of struggled with a little bit this year at times, was kind of stopping guys from getting off of the offensive glass. So I think that if we're able to control him from the offensive glass, I think that Kalk will be able to handle him in the low post. I think that we'll be just fine in terms of his low post presence, but obviously the biggest thing is trying to keep him off of the glass and just keeping them from going on those runs to where they feel like they can switch up those defensive, and that's kind of when you're at their will, is when they're able to just throw a lot of different things at you, and kind of you're at their will after that. So
One more, Trey.
What's on the guards on Saturday in terms of helping on the defensive glass and getting you guys out in transition so they can't set the defense?
I think that's big. Obviously, it starts off with defense. We have to get stops first, so I think that's the biggest thing. But obviously, Baylor's been rebounding the ball at a high level, so I think that just for us me and Baylor to be able to rebound the ball and be able to get it out as quick as we can is going to be able to help the break as much as we can, so we don't have to deal with those different type of zones and kind of defense that they throw at us. So I think that the first plan of action is us getting stops, and then after that we'll be able to run and play our brand of basketball.
Thank you, Trey.
Thank you, guys.